Hello, my name is Haley Hughes, and I am a member of Team Crayon. Today, I'm going to be going over the different areas of our prototype that we have done. Starting off with our start menu and going strong, we have made an update to it, and it now has a much more main menu feel rather than just that simple text screen that we had at the beginning. Clicking start will take the player into the first level where they will arrive in a pool. This pool also serves as a checkpoint for the player, but that is not yet implemented as we do not have our lose condition implemented yet. The fire propagation system has had an update, so the fire properly spreads amongst the grid. We were able to actually get it to expand farther beyond the 5 initial points that we only were able to do last week. So now we're able to cover the full surface of the grid. We also have implemented something to where if the player does not put out the fire in time, that the fire will reignite. So fires can come back. If the player only tends to one area, it can catch back on fire again. We also still have implemented our jump system. So as you can see, when the player normally jumps, they are not able to jump very high, but when they shoot a stream of water and jump, they're able to travel along that stream of water to get to higher reached areas. This will allow the player access to other fires that they otherwise would not have access to, as well as different puzzles that will open up the way forward for the player in the future. At this part of the level, the player is normally not going to be able to traverse through this easily. This is just a placeholder. The player would normally have a dam that would be built up that would block the water. You would see that it's a very sharp drop off to where the player would not be able to normally jump down and then jump back up to the other side. There would be a puzzle here that the player could do to knock that dam down that would release the water, allowing the plants to grow, which these are placeholders for, which would then allow the player a means to get across the river. As so. When the player comes up on the next area, there is a spot off to the right where the player is blocked off from going due to a landslide. The central pool again is here as a new checkpoint for the player. Normally in this area, there would be some sort of puzzle for the player to complete. Excuse the stuttering. That would grow these flowers and allow them to then climb up to where the next puzzle would be, where they can then fulfill one of the conditions. They'd also be able to look over to their right and see that there's an area that they hadn't yet traveled if they had decided to go to this area first. Once they move through to see that landslide where the area has been blocked off, there will be a way for them to grow these flowers and then use these flowers as a means to get by the landslide that has blocked their path forward. And from here, the player would have more fires to combat as well as an additional puzzle to complete in order to unblock their way forward. Once the player has completed the puzzle at this area, they can just jump back down to the beginning area, or this initial central area. Once they reach it, this spot would initially be blocked by a boulder or some other sort of rolling object that they would be able to propel forward. That would lead them into this last third area. They would be able to roll the ball over the bridge using their water gun and through this tunnel where they would reach to see that there are many different fires going on within this area of the town. Rather than trying to put out each of these fires one at a time, the plan is to have this ball roll into the tower where it can knock the tower down and alleviate the burden from the player by putting out some of these fires, while the player would have the responsibility of putting out the ones that remain. This is what we have for our level and our game so far. We hope that you enjoy it. Thank you.